Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Collar X Malice. And in the last part, we got our second bad ending on purpose. So we're gonna go right back to where we were and not go down the short path because that didn't seem shady at all. And it's so funny. Okay, so Unagi's name like keeps tripping me up, right? Because I'm like, oh my god, but I can say it, but I can't say it. I don't know. So I'm like, let me look it up and just make sure I'm pronouncing this right, or whatever. And I'm laughing my ass off because I found like there's like a page that tells you different pronunciations for names for like every different fucking possible language, you know. So I'm like, well, let me look because it's Japanese. So I'm gonna look up Japanese, right? So I'm listening. Okay, it's Ig. Okay, I can do that. I can do that. My brain can it's hard with the vowels for me learning Japanese. Like I gotta get over I gotta figure them out. Like especially when they're all combined, you're like, oh, okay, but sometimes you don't pronounce them like you do individual. It's complicated. Learning a whole other language. Anyway, but one of them when I listened, I was dying laughing. I was like, that's literally just spelling the name. It was like AIGI. That's not how you pronounce the name. That's how you fucking spell it. Like, oh my god, I died. It was the best. I just wanted to share that with you because it's fucking hilarious. And by the way, if you hear weird ass fucking noises, it's because I have coffee, so I'm gonna be drinking. I was just telling you that because I was gonna go drink some coffee now. I'm not gonna slurp my coffee because that's disgusting. Um, I'm gonna try not to. It's also not hot, it's lukewarm. I like iced coffee, but I was almost out, so I had to make coffee. And then I was like, fuck. When I went to go refill my cup, I was like, oh, damn it. You only have enough for half. So it's like half iced coffee, half hot coffee. So it's like lukewarm coffee, which is just really fucking that weird. Like cold coffee's great. Hot coffee's great. Lukewarm coffee is just like, what the fuck is this? But it's all right. It's just like, oh, slightly disappointing. So you won't hear the noise because I fucking hate that shit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I accidentally do it. I'm not gonna do it on purpose. There are people who do it on purpose, and I'm like, ugh, why? It's like, hey guys, I'm gonna get some really chewy caramels and fucking eat them. I'm like, I was gonna like make chewing noises, but I can't do that to you. You're probably gonna hear me swallow and stuff. And oh my god, okay, I'm sorry. I'm like delaying starting this because there was just a stray fucking hair that just keeps touching my face, and I don't know where it is, and it's driving me crazy. I keep like tucking my hair back like under my fucking headset, and there's just this hair. Where is it? Is it stuck in my eyelashes? Like what the fuck? Like where is this? I just keep feeling it on my face. And, I hate it. I don't know why I have long hair. I really don't. Oh, now it's moved. Oh, now it's on the other side. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Holy crap. Oh, I hate I don't know why I don't want to cut my hair. I need a trim, but I don't want to cut it because then that takes maintenance and I'm lazy and I don't maintain it. Like when you get a cute short haircut, it's like you have to constantly trim that shit, otherwise you look like a bush willy, right? Like bush willies are things from 1980s My Little Pony movies, by the way. So, oh my god. Anyway, and they were adorable. Also, sounds wildly inappropriate if you think about it as an adult, but anyway, um, like I loved having my pixie cut, but then there's a point where it grows out and you're like, you just look like you have a really bad mullet. Because the underneath part in the back grows out longer first, and then you literally look like you have a fucking mullet. I don't, you just look stupid. So it's really hard to go from short hair to long hair. But also, me, I don't upkeep. I haven't gotten my hair cut since I had a pixie cut, a couple of years ago. I don't get my hair cut. I color my hair every once in a while when I'm like, all right, I guess. It's been months. I just did it the other night though. It was like a weird pinky purple color, but I'm not pleased with it because I used the whole entire bottle and there are patches of my hair where I wouldn't say freshly bleached. It was bleached the last time I did it, but it's the most virginal bleached hair. Like I have my roots grown out, I don't really care. Um and then I have that patch where it was bleached just once. So, but that's not holding the color, so it's like my hair's this weird pinky purpley orange color. It's fucking bizarre. It's fine. I really don't give a shit. I'm not like, oh my god, my hair isn't perfect. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. It's gonna fade out in about 3 washes fucking anyway. Because this color's I'm not it's unicorn color in case you're curious. They have beautiful colors, they don't fucking last. And this one, the whole entire jar. Okay, it's a big jar. My hair is past my shoulders, but it's not even in the middle of my back. It's between my shoulder blades maybe, and it did not, like, I still needed more to have been able to coat. Like, I could tell it wasn't gonna coat because I'm like, I can still see blonde. I have poured this shit all over. I'm like, I know how to color my hair. I've been doing it for years. Like, pretty professional at this by now. But it's like just because that area is that virginally bleached area where it hasn't been bleached a million times, it just didn't soak in there as well as it did to the areas that, by the way, were still like neon pink, but had been bleached a million times. Stuck there perfectly. I'm like, I just, whatever. I like Arctic Fox, in case you're thinking of dyeing your hair. You can just buy different colors and mix them up yourself and make different colors. They don't have as many colors, but they have enough where you can like, I'm gonna mix these two colors and make the shade that you want. And it's a little more fun to do it that way. I actually have fun doing that and like seeing what the fuck happens. So I'm just gonna go back to using them. It's just unicorn colors, like really pretty colors, like right out the bottle, like right out the jar, right? But they don't last. Like the one I did before this washed out within like 2 weeks, and I was like, dude, I'm gonna tell you something. The ends of my hair, when my hair fades, everything, you still see the Arctic Fox virgin pink. It's like fucking permanent pink. That shit doesn't fade. Like it fades, but like eventually, like it's so soaked in that like the bottom of my hair will be pink forever. Like forever. Like if I dyed my hair blue, when it faded out and like washed out, the ends would be fucking pink. Like it's also because that's so bleach. That's like several layers worth of bleach. But anyway, rambling. But yeah, I don't know why I keep my hair fucking long because I always like put it up. I always put my hair up. I can't like I wore it down the other day and I was like, it's gonna drive me crazy. I'm gonna try, but I can't stand my hair touching me. I don't like it's in my face, it's all over, but I hate it. That's why but I can't but if I just put my hair up, I look stupid. So I always have to do something. Like I have to do like my little pin curl thing going on, or like the little my little poof, my little faux bouffant thingy going on in the front, or something, so that I have something. Because otherwise, if I just pull my hair back, I look stupid. Which is why short hair is cute, because then it's always styled cute, right? Like even when it's messy, it's cute. Or like bangs, something. But you know, so I wore my hair down one day, and I was like, oh god, don't put your hair up because you're gonna look stupid. Don't put it up. But it's like I wear my hair up every fucking day. I do like my little front piece thing going on so that I have some kind of not looking like I'm bald, because I just don't look good with no hair. like like there's like nothing going on. And then but like but I can't wear my hair down when it's long because I don't like it touching me. I don't like wet hair touching me either. I don't know. I'm so fucking weird. So like my hair touching my face is driving me bonkers. So anyway, after 8 minutes of rambling about hair, there you go. I mean, I'm serious. Like, this shit happens. You should expect this by now. If we go through an episode and we start and we finish without a rambling session, you should seriously wonder what is wrong with me and if I'm on drugs. Because this is what we do. Anyway, we're going to take the normal route. I shouldn't. You're right, you shouldn't. Even though I was armed, I shouldn't tempt fate. Who knows what could happen? Can I just tell you? I love when these games, when you, like, we know that obviously that was an obvious setup to a bad ending, kind of like the first one. Like, tell him, like, report it, don't report it. I'm pretty sure if I report it, we're going to die. But what the hell? Let's try it. Like, and this, should I take the shortcut or not? I'm pretty sure not. If it's giving you that option, I'm pretty fucking sure you shouldn't. But, and I did look that up. That's the Adonis bad ending. I don't know what that means. I don't know how that's different than any bad ending, but whatever. That's what it's called. I didn't look up anything. I just wanted to see, like, when we chose that, like, if it's bad ending 1 or 2. I'm assuming, like, they go in order based on where you hit them in the game. But that was called the Adonis bad ending. Sure. But, like, I do love it when, let's just say you were playing and you were like, I think that might be the bad thing. Let's just take the normal route. And it's like, who knows what could have happened? And you're like, well, that just tells you right there that that other option was a bad ending. They're like, good choice, because that would have been bad. It's like almost as blatant as like having a little disclaimer up here that like, good choice, because that would have been a bad. Like, oh, it's great. I love it. Anyway, I should try to reduce risk to myself as much as possible. I double back to my usual route and walk back home the same way I always do. Although they usually say, well, don't they say things like that? Like sometimes like changing up your routine is good because You know, if someone's like stalking you or going to kidnap you or something, that like if you do the same thing all the time, they get used to your routine. And if you change things up, they can't anticipate where you're going to be. But if you do the same thing all the time, they're going to know where you are. Just like, anyway, I'm glad I got home before midnight. Time to jump in the bath and, there was another pair of shoes neatly lined up next to Kazuki's. These are Akito's shoes. I swear to God, Akito and Kazuki are dating, and I love it. I hope they are. I hope they're boyfriends. Because our brother's so bitchy. So, like, whatever. Either that or they're the bad guys. They're Adonis, and they're plotting shit. That's all I'm saying. It's like one or the other. And why do we have 3 umbrellas? Why do we have 3 umbrellas? We only need 2. There's 2 of us. Unless Akito brought his umbrella. But anyway, point, doesn't matter. Is that a mailbox? Is that like they shoot it through the mail and then it lays there instead of falling all over your floor? Because that's pretty genius. I mean, I have a mailbox that I have to walk to. They don't just shove it at my door. But if they did just shove my mail in the door, you know, it's better like this because then nobody can peep in your mail hole, right? And like stare in your apartment and stare at your kneecaps. So this is pretty like, you know, because in like movies, like American movies and shit, you see if they have a letter box, like the letter slot, like the mail slot, it's always just a slot and it goes all over the floor. I'm pretty sure even in Harry Potter, it was the mail slot and shit went all over the floor. And that's just weird because people could just peep in your shit. So this is way cooler. I like this. Anyway, they could be like plotting shit and be the bad guys. I don't know. I'm suspicious of everyone but our boyfriends. It'll be one of our boyfriends just for that. It'll be Yanagi just because he's the last route we go down where we'll figure out the mystery, right? But that's why you can't go down his path because he's investigating the whole thing. So anyway, we'll figure it out when we get there. But if they're not bad guys, they're boyfriendos. And that's why our brother's so bitchy because he's hiding it from us. But why would you hide it? We're an awesome older sister and we'd be so happy for you. Like, or are we going to say that we're like one of those judgy McJudgers and old fashioned people where we're like, no, dude, I'm cool. I'm down. I love it. I want to be able to pick my lines with him. So when he's like, so like Akito's here again, huh? Are you guys like dating? Is he like your boyfriend? Because that'd be so cute. No, you're just best friends. That's cute too. Not as cute, but still cute. It's great. Anyway. Wait, are you not going to date him? Because I'm like, what, 23? He's 18. That's acceptable. He can be our lolly boy. Because he's 18, it's fine. And we're only like 23, right? 23, maybe 20. I think we're 23. Because she said Enemona was close to our age, and I think he's like he's 23. I didn't realize that that's the age in the parentheses thing over here. Anyway, wondering if he's staying the night. I went to Kazuki's room. The lights are off. It was late, so I wouldn't be surprised if they were asleep. I'll ask him whether or not he's asked Akito's family to let him stay over after he wakes up. That decided, I went to take a bath to rid myself of the day's fatigue. You know what? What you really should do is like, look, hey, I don't care if Akito stays here. I'm totally cool with that. But just make sure that you or he calls his parents and lets him know so that they know where he is. That's all I'm saying. Just be responsible. You're fucking 18. X-Day incident report for April, May. You know what I mean? I clicked. Didn't let me. X-Day incident report. Report of the X-Day incidents. Okay. You should just see the look on my face. Like, seriously? Do we need that? X-Day incident report. This is a report of the X-Day incidents. This is basically how you write papers in college and or high school. Like, the X-Day incident report is a report of the X-Day incidents. It is there to report on the incidents that happened for the event that is called X-Day. This will go in detail over the reports and the events for anything related to X-Day. And like 5 pages later, that's basically all you fucking said. That's a bullshitting 101 right there. Just repeat the same fucking thing in as many ways as possible. April 1st, a video of 4 people looking like tied up. Oh, okay. Looking like tied up. I didn't finish the sentence before it sounded awkward to me. Okay, I'm fine. It's fine. It's not Tim. So far, Tim is not struck. Wow. A video of, well, I think we might have had a double word, but I ignored that. I don't remember. It's not usually the like, okay, Tim, Jesus. A video of 4 people looking like tied-up police officers is broadcast at Shinjuku train station. They had to put train station in there because I was getting confused. A voice, or did we set up police headquarters at the train station? Is that what because that's what I feel like when they kept saying in the beginning, like Shinjuku station, and I'm like, the train station? Like, am I just crazy? By the time you guys see this, we'll be halfway through the game, but like, whatever. Also, in case anybody was correcting me on name pronunciations, you haven't seen any of this yet. It hasn't gone up yet. So I'm recording it all in bulk because we got to get through a lot of it because and then I got to record more Hakuwa and like, but I was behind because I was waiting for Life is Strange and I didn't want to start this before I recorded that. So I got a little bit behind because I recorded that like 2 days before I posted it. So, well, not really. I recorded it Wednesday and Thursday and it's going up Sunday. So yeah. Anyway, went up Sunday. Anyway, a voice masked by a voice changer listed the sins that the 4 had committed and then declared that they would receive judgment. Then, countdown to X Day 9 was displayed. Many witnesses assumed the video as a prank, but the police traced the source of the broadcast and moved to investigate it. Then it was discovered that several police officers from Shinjuku precinct were missing. However, the investigation went nowhere and May 1st came. But here's the weird thing, right? April and May were 9 and 8, but the 4 police officers were killed in May. Nobody was killed in April, right? So their whole thing is they're, we're counting down or murdering basically what they think of as people who deserve justice for whatever reasons. Again, I'm still curious about the middle school kids. Like, what the fuck did they do? Jesus. So it's weird that they count this as 2, even though, it makes sense that this is the first one because it's cops and you're like, whoa, and then you just kill a bunch of random people. So this is like this is the one that grabs your attention, right? So done well. Way to go, Adonis. You grabbed everyone's attention. Horror movie, like you did good. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just the stunt that would, like, you killed a bunch of people from an online gaming community, and you're like, well, what? That's weird. Like, what the hell? This is like we're gonna kill cops, and you're like, oh, they're serious. Like, and then you just kill a bunch of random citizens. But, cops make a bigger impact than random citizens, and that sounds so fucking psychotic. Oh my god. I can't believe I might need to go to therapy. Like, I am not plotting any kind of like world domination or like serial murder. I've watched too many movies and shit that just makes sense to me. Like, yeah, no, it's a bigger impact. Like, people are gonna pay more attention to that. You know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna like light off fireworks and then declare that you're gonna destroy the end of the world by, lighting off volcanoes. You're gonna like hot magma volcano and be like, see? That's what we're gonna do to the rest of you motherfuckers. And like, everyone's like, terrified, If for some reason you were an evil mastermind and could somehow figure out a way to make a volcano erupt, is all I'm saying. Sci-fi movies, that would happen. Yeah. Anyway. But I'm just curious as to why the first one, they were just like, look, we kidnapped them. And then the next one, they're like, look, they're dead now. You used the same thing for 2. Like, God, were you seriously running out of bad people? Because I'm pretty sure there's a fuck ton of bad people in the world. So, and I mean, in this one little area of the city, there's probably enough where you didn't have to use this for 2. So what's the deal with that, Adonis? Like, seriously? My God. Follow your own fucking, like, plan, okay? Anyway. This time a video was broadcast across Japan showing 4 costume people with their heads covered. And see, that's the thing. Is it these police officers that are doing it? Because you're showing people... Well, there was one police officer there, though. They found him, but they didn't find the other 3. And that seems suspicious to me, right? Does it seem suspicious to anybody else? Like, that the cops... Like, they didn't find 3 of the bodies. They have masks on their head when they're murdered. Because that seems suspicious to me from the beginning, but I don't know. Maybe they just want it to be more creepy. Or they were, like, having respect for them. Like, we're going to murder them, but we don't want you to see their faces as they die, because that would just be rude. But anyway. The police officers were shot one by one on video, and then the perpetrators declared this to be their judgment and that it was justice. And again, the impact of not just killing the police officers first, but murdering them while people watched. They did it live. Like, here's a live feed and we killed them. And everybody else, just a bunch of people, were found dead. They never broadcast it live. So this is that one that, oh, the fuck, and incites the panic. They've watched as many movies as I have, is all I'm saying. The perpetrators called themselves Adonis. I never would have thought of this on my own, okay? I'm just like, when I'm reading, I'm like, well, you think about what they're doing, and you're like, uh-huh. In all the other, like, scary movies where you're like, oh no! Like, stuff like this always happens, and you're like, it's the appalling first move. Gets the most attention. The nation was shocked. Adonis was the name of a terrorist organization which had attempted to assassinate the prime minister 2 years ago. Maybe it's his son. Countdown to X Day 8. The countdown to their so-called rebirth continued. When the police reached the scene of the crime, they confirmed the death of one officer. Where are the other 3? Bloodstains of several other people were found at the scene, but the other 3 victims were not found, which makes it seem suspicious, right? The Japanese public reacted in various ways to the countdown. Kind of like if those 3 bodies were fake and they weren't the police officers, right? You couldn't put masks on their head and not on the other one. You'd have to put masks on all of them to hide the identities of the 3 that you didn't kill. So you kill the one officer, the other 3 are involved, and oh my god! Did we see pictures of our boyfriendo when we looked him up in the database? Because if we didn't, he could have been a cop that worked there and went missing, and he could just be stealing his identity. I don't want to believe that. That would kind of ruin the romantic ending, wouldn't it? Like, this would not be an Otome game if that were the case. Like, you'd be like, oh, so you're a bad guy. Okay. And you stole the identity of a cop. Huh. So you're not really... Whatevs. Like, I mean, Stockholm Syndrome, I guess. I don't know. The Japanese public reacted in various ways to the countdown. I'm just throwing out ideas here. Possibilities. That seems far-fetched just because... Again, that would kind of ruin... You'd be like, what? No! What? No! And it would kind of ruin the romancy ending, but... There was no shortage of people in the world who deserved judgment for sins they'd committed. Someone wanted to save this world that was filled with sorrow. To create their vision of an ideal world. The plan began smoothly. We had no intention of lightening our judgment. All would be reborn. Until then... Day 8, 6:30 a.m. I mixed sugar and chopped scallions into the scrambled egg and mixed them to whip air in. Sugar in your egg? Ooh, that seems weird. Then I fried the mixture in a lightly oiled pan and finished cooking fluffy eggs with scallion. That sounds good, but not sugar. No. This should be good for lunch. I looked towards my phone sitting on the dining table. For lunch. 6:30. Enomoto still hasn't gotten back to me. I felt snubbed by the way he said he didn't trust me and then just abruptly left in the middle of the conversation. But we're halfway up with this thingy, right? Where's our status? Oh! Oh, wow. How did we... We were down here, the first choice we made, right? Where we made the first right choice, and then we got here. But now we're up here. Oh, we got double. What the fuck is that? Is it windy or something? There's like a weird rumbling noise here. Hold on. Maybe there are people outside working on the apartment across the hall, but it's a Saturday. But anyway, it's just making a lot of weird noises. I'm surprised we're up this far. Oh, trust point. So I'm guessing we had to get up here to maybe get a good ending. Oh, but we're good. So, okay, we got decent trust with him. I thought we were going to have two, we only had 2 out of the 4 blocks, but I have to talk to him in person if I want to get his trust. It sounds like someone's trying to climb down my fucking fireplace. Like, fuck. What are they doing? Anyway, maybe I should stop by the office today. Contemplating what to do, I continued to prepare breakfast. This episode's all sorts of fucking all over the place, sorry. Macaroon pillows. When Kazuki and Akito came into the living room, I just finished making breakfast. Oh! Look, he's so grumpy because he doesn't want us to know he's gay. Oh, look, he's wearing the collar. Dude, he's wearing the chain and the little loop that shows up when we're, when we do our little thing. Our tour guide. Should I be worried about that? Is that like a hint? Or it's just like a theme thing? But this is actually cool. He's like wearing this chain choker, but then he's got these things that dangle from it. Like, and like, oh, our adorable brother and his adorable friend who's wearing a different outfit than the last time. He's so like pastel 80s. I don't know what it is. Like the kind of like weird orange color, but with like the pastel turquoise and the pastel blue hair and everything's pastel. And then you got this like orange. But they match. So cute. They're wearing the same color. They blend well. He's looking at him. He's like, don't tell my fucking sister that we're gay, okay? Aww. I love it. I ship them. Anyway. Good morning, Spacey. Sorry for imposing on you again. Morning, Akito. We're totally happy to have you. But did you tell your family you'd be here? Yes, it's okay. My mother said she wants to thank you next time. Oh, no need. Yeah, seriously, I sleep in the living room. Well, it doesn't matter. Even if you go to your friend's house, whatever. I'm still sleeping in the living room. My life sucks. I'd like to meet her, though. Your family also looks after Kazuki sometimes as well. When I glanced at Kazuki, he just turned away like it had nothing to do with him. Yeah, he's so moody because he doesn't want us to know he's gay. He's hiding it. Oh, it's okay. We're going to have a heart-to-heart later. I know it. Ignoring me, eh? It's the same as ever. I just made breakfast. Please have some if you'd like. At least your boyfriend's nice to me. Really? Actually, I smelled something good as soon as I woke up. He's adorable. He's the glasses sweetheart. We're not dating him, but it's okay. Unless they're the bad guys, but then it's okay. I don't care. We'll be like, we still love you because you guys are awesome. I like them. This is nothing. Just hurry up and eat so we can go talk to him again. Ishiki? But this is Ishiki we're talking about. Haven't you already decided? Ishiki? Yes, Spacey. He's actually... She doesn't care, Akito. There's no point in talking to her. With a sour expression, Kazuki took a seat and started eating. I do care. I'll have some too then. Sure, help yourself. Oh, they're so cute together. They have like the same color eyes almost. His are a little more yellow and his are seem a little more green, but they're like almost the same. They're so cute. While serving breakfast to Kazuki and Akito, I quietly sighed to myself. Or they're plotting something, and I'm just totally, like, imagining the relationship. But they could be plotting something. He doesn't feel like talking to me. He's always cold to me at home, but Akito made it seem like that Kazuki had a wider group of... Oh, there you go, Tim. Seem like that. Made it seem... like Kazuki, or seem that Kazuki had a wider group of friends. He played guitar as a hobby, so we might have met them through that. Huh. Wait, Ishiki is... I realized that I heard the name during a music program on TV a few days ago. No, there's no way a high school student would know someone famous enough to be on TV. Let's see. Let's find out. Is he in the guide of... Not the guide, but you know what I mean, like the list of people. When I placed another dish in front of Akito, I looked at him. We're winging it. We're not going to use a guide, I don't think. Unless I'm really like, oh, I don't know. He met my eyes and then just started raking in his food. It doesn't look like he'll tell me even if I decide to ask. You should still try and be like, hey, you know what? I do care. Why are you so grumpy and bitchy? I was curious, but it was about time to leave for work, so I quickly cleaned up and left. But I thought she worked at night. Jesus, let's see. Let's see. I want to see... Sayaki. No, I don't see him on here. Anyway. Oh, wait. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. That was his last name. I was looking at first names. Soon after I arrived, I set about answering a stream of phone calls. Yesterday's incident has been publicly acknowledged as being tied to X Day, and he is a voice actor, therefore it's not just like a character that you see on screen on a news broadcast like the other dude, even though he is a voice actor, but we'll eventually run into them, I'm sure. There's a lot of side characters, so they're all going to have the same damn voice. But we'd been prepared for this to an extent, but it still stung to know that we had failed to prevent another X-Day attack. I answered every phone call as sincerely as I could. At some point in the day, I made eye contact with Mochida. He looked exhausted. Are you all right, Mochida? Yeah, what about you? I overheard someone screaming at you on the phone a second ago. It was someone who was at the scene yesterday. She was asking why we were being dishonest and didn't just immediately announce that it was an X-Day crime. Yeah, but our analysis on the coin wasn't finished yet. Once I explained to her that we couldn't lightly spread unverified information, I think she got it. I see. It's been pretty much the same for me. I hope nothing else happens to stir up the public. Oh, God, you just fucking jinxed us. There seems to be some commotion. Don't tell me. What the fuck? Like, it's not that windy to the point where, like, something should be bashing around my fucking flue, but, like, good lord. Like, hold on a second. I don't think my thing will reach far enough to, like... I don't know, it's just fucking, like, a ridiculous amount of fucking noise. Like, when it's really windy, you can hear, like, the wind, like, boom, 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 like, bashing, but it's not fucking windy. The trees are barely moving. Like... My apartment just makes way too many fucking noises. Like, my hot water heater makes too many fucking noises. Now my flu's fucking making it. Like, Jesus Christ, fucking ghosts and things. God, go away, ghosts. Hey, on the video site, there's another X Day video. Ooh. Good. That was awesome. Upon hearing those words, I reflexively began typing on the keyboard. You should have that shit bookmarked. X Day. Only 23 days until rebirth. Is this a park somewhere? That's the park you were with, what's his face? There's a fire near the public restroom. Excessive love can become a dangerous weapon. This is doubly true for delusional love. A terrified woman is threatened on a nightly basis, yet the police ignore her plight. Kind of like that incident we saw when we went down the bad path? Adonis will let fall the hammer of judgment for all our fellow women who have endured such terror. A dark figure was visible in the roaring flames. Could that be... Reports keep on coming. We're too late. Like yesterday, they're requesting SR CPO backup. Hoshino, I want you on standby here. Huh? But... We need people responding here too. Yes, sir. After that, I kept answering the torrent of phone calls, repeating my responses and apologies. After a while, the panic finally died down, and I finally got a break. That was really tiring. I was feeling overwhelmed by sleepiness. Oh, you look worn out. You still alive? Huh? Oh, that's our friend. Okay. I turned to face the voice, and... Sakuragawa. I can't say her name without pausing and reading it. I'm never going to get it. Was standing there, holding a large hot dog. I was wondering if he'd get swamped after another Adonis attack. It looks like my suspicions were right. Adonis... Wait, today's been confirmed too? Yeah, the coin matches. I'm also hearing that the perp this time has a connection to the July homicide. The July case... Yesterday's crime was related to August, and now this one related to July. That's right. The statement in the video said, for all our fellow women who have endured such terror. That suggested a connection to a stalker, right? I was thinking that in my head, but then I was also thinking about the incident that happened the other night. So, the crazy guy that killed us, I'm thinking is, in the bad path, is the perp. Haha! So I'm wondering then, okay, so some of these guys then, some of these people in the thing. Well, there's another girl. Okay, so there's like, so we've already seen all of our boys. We've seen Mochida, Sakuragawa, Saeki. Mikuni was the guy who's the prime minister's son or whatever. We haven't met him, but we saw him in the thing. Then, the guy Lupin voices, we haven't seen him. There's another girl who looks a little delusional and crazy. So the people from that guy could be maybe bad people, because those are like, there's 5 of those characters and one of them in the middle is that guy who killed us on the bad path. So I'm wondering if they're in Adonis, right? Doesn't mean they're the leaders, it just means they're part of it, right? And then, of course, we have our brother and his boyfriend. And then there's a couple of other... Oh, we met Eriko. So she could be like... There's another couple of guys that look like cops that we'll probably meet later. Some official-looking dude, probably like in charge of something. The crazy girl in the bunny, like sweater, and then the like rock band dude that our brother was talking about. So I'm thinking some of those people, and possibly our Lupin character, like literally the guy who voiced Lupin, might be some of the bad guys. That's pretty cool, fun. Anyway, December 8 has been added. Okay, so December 8th incident. Excuse me. I interrupted Sakuragawa and looked at my phone. Takeru. Oh, is it colored like with they so we know who we're talking to? Come to the office today. I don't have the right to refuse. You look suddenly dejected. More bad news? No, not really. You're like, yes. It was Sasuzuka. Oh. Feel free to talk to me. You'll lose your hair if you let stress build up. That grin looks terrifying. She's adorable, but she's terrifying. I suddenly reached for my head and Sakuragawa chortled. You shouldn't stay cooped up here forever. Why don't you eat lunch on the roof with me? Okay. Yay, she's our new bestie. I picked up my lunch and coat and went to the roof to join Sakuragawa for lunch. Can we call her by her first name, whatever that might be? I don't even remember it. As one Kotoho? Kotoho. Yeah. As one might expect, being that it was December, nobody besides us was eating up on the roof. Even with a coat, it's pretty cold up here. Really? I'm outdoors a lot, so it doesn't bother me all that much. We sat next to each other on a bench, and Sakuragawa chomped down on her hot dog. She sure loves her food. Look at her go. Watching her eat made me hungry, and I opened up my lunchbox. Ooh, those meatballs look tasty. You can have one if you'd like. Are you sure? Hoshino, you totally get me. And she's skinny as fuck. Like, Sakuragawa popped a meatball into her mouth, and her eyes lit up. Yum! Hey, can I have one more? Go ahead. Because she took such delight in my cooking, I ended up just giving her all of the meatballs I'd made. I would just eat one. Can I have one? Boy, I feel totally rejuvenated. I'm really glad I got to know you. You're flattering me. So that's the thing. We could make her food. Oh my god. Oh, like girlfriend that's not her girlfriend. She's our sexless girlfriend. It's adorable. So, made any progress so far in your X-Day investigation? I'm working with Enomoto now, but it's actually not going very well. Huh? I figured out of that bunch. Okay. Huh? I figured out of that bunch, Enomoto would be the easiest to deal with. Really? He seems to be avoiding me, though. Avoiding you? Oh, it's gotta be his issue. That guy loses his cool around women. I told you he's super shy. That's adorable. Though it irritates me a little that he's not like that with me. It's hard for him to talk to women one-on-one, or to even make eye contact. That's so fucking adorable. Oh my god, he's such a nerd. I love it. Oh my god. He's that bad? We made eye contact when we talked yesterday. We looked away immediately. Yes, because... So see, even though she is beautiful as shit, right? He's over here like, yeah, no, cool, she's like a dude. Like, but that he's like, oh, you look really cute. Yeah. Because he actually finds us attractive. That's why he can't talk to us. He's obviously... Oh, well, I feel bad for him, so I shouldn't say it. You know, he'll be okay once he's used to you. Just be patient. Huh. I feel like it was more because he doesn't trust me than because I'm a woman. Still, I'd learned that I had to be sensitive around him, so this had been informative. Oh, right. If Enomoto was giving you issues, then why don't I introduce you to Satake? Satake? Yeah, he's a veteran detective, and he's involved in the preliminary analysis of X-Day crimes. Okay, this is another character. Preliminary analysis. This is the first part of an investigation done immediately after a crime has been committed, and it is usually done by the Field Operations Unit. See, this is... Okay, it doesn't look exactly like our brother sings, but I'm just saying. It's a theme, I guess. Back when Enomoto was on the force, he referred to Satake as my master. Satake's actually got a strong sense of duty and compassion, so I think he'll help you out. I should obviously gather information about the crimes, but this could be my chance to learn more about Enomoto. Oh, please introduce us. Okay, sure. I'll find time to tell him about you. Thank you. Hey, it's the least I could do to repay you for those delicious meatballs. I'm so glad I packed meatballs for lunch today. I could be introduced to a valuable ally in exchange for a portion of my lunch. It excited me enough to forget about the cold. Or the fact that you didn't eat. It looks like Mochita still isn't back. Maybe I can take a few minutes. Sakuragawa lent me the April and May case files, figuring I'd need them for my investigations. I read through the files. 4 police officers had been taken captive, and one of them had been confirmed killed. The victim was Yuta Fuji. I was reading the Fuji part, like, Yuta Fuji, an officer who worked a local police box. In April, Adonis had listed the sins that the officers had committed. 2 years ago, he had performed a mistaken arrest. Okay, that doesn't seem like a killable offense. It's like an accident. Like, did he do it on purpose? You know what I mean? Like, he accidentally arrested the wrong person. Like, shit happened. Like, like, if you sent them to jail anyway without a fair trial, that's kind of fucked up. Mistaken arrest. An arrest where a suspect is taken into custody and later released after a thorough investigation has been conducted. The police are not legally liable for the mistake. I mean, it fucks up. I mean, it could fuck up your life. I mean, it really could. But I would be kind of pissed if somebody mistakenly arrested me for a crime I didn't commit. And then it's one thing to take him for questioning, blah, blah, blah. But it really could lead to some serious repercussions for the person you mistakenly arrest, especially if you don't come forward and go, look, we made a mistake, we fucked up, let's fix it, and like blah, blah, blah. Like, they should have to, they're not legally responsible. You should be, though. Your job is to protect the people, and you should have to, like, we had all this evidence, and it pointed to this person, and that's what we thought, and blah, blah, blah. But you should still have to make an apology for that and be like, look, we had all the evidence. We weren't being dicks about it. It pointed to this person, and we found it really wasn't them. But, I mean, it kind of it looked like it. But, because if you mistakenly arrest someone, and let's just say they're in jail for, like, a month, or, like, in the U.S., like, for fucking years before their trial, you've just destroyed years of that person's life. Like, years of their life. You should be fucking responsible for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of fucked up. But not to the point where somebody murders you. Like, mistakes happen. But you have to own up to them and be like, oh my god, I ruined this person, let me fix it and help that. You know what I mean? Like, the cop themselves, if they're following their, like, I followed the evidence, blah, 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 led to this person, blah, blah, blah. But the judicial system, like, the government, that's their responsibility as basically your parent, the parent of the cops, to fucking rectify that and fix that for that fucking person whose life they ruined, right? Not like, oh, too bad, well, you got your life back. No, go fuck yourself, I didn't get shit back. Because now I've got this criminal fucking record, even though it was, expunged, whatever. It's still there, and I've been in fucking jail, motherfucker. Like, that's some fucked up shit. But again, unless he was like, nah, I just nabbed someone because I wanted to look good and I falsified data. Okay, well, that's fucked up. But, like, if you legitimately did your job to the best of your ability and you made a mistaken arrest, I don't think murder, like, that's excessive. That's an excessive form of justice. Wow. However, the matter had been quickly settled out of court. See? The people he mistakenly arrested were Yasuhiro Ishiki and Tomoki Ogata. Oh, this is where we start thinking. See, this is where we start thinking our brother's a little more suspicious. A little more suspicious. Tomoki Ogata. Well, the weird thing is Tomoki Ogata looks like he's wearing a cop uniform which could just be his collar, but he's wearing the brown shirt and tie. Like, he just, from what you can see, and the side character thing, I was just looking at it. So this makes me feel like my brother's a little more suspicious. If it turns out to be her brother, like, as part of this fucking group, I'm just gonna be like, I ruined games, and I'm sorry. Like, but I'm just saying, that's convenient, right? Anyway. Yasuhiro Ishiki. I had heard that name this morning. Now I remember, he wasn't as well known at the time, but his arrest made the news. My meatballs had gotten me the files, and Sakuragawa had told me to pay her back whenever I felt like it, but she was already going to introduce me to Satake, so I couldn't keep asking her for help. So who else can I ask? Tsuraishi came to mind. He had shown an unusual interest in my collar. I'm not sure I want to do this, but here goes. Oh fuck, where am I supposed to go? I forgot what he does. Where do I go? Was he in the field ops, technically? He wasn't forensics. Not on the rooftop. I think he's... right? Is he the... wait, hold on. Okay, this is... see, it's like this where you have to, like... this is where you need a guide. Hold on, because I need to know where to go, because I forgot what he does. Okay, he's on the field ops support team. Okay, hold on. Whoopsie, whoopsie, whoopsie. Okay, hold on. Okay, I just kind of quickly pulled up. I didn't look up Enomoto's guide. I pulled up another one, so we should go to field up. Okay. Actually, I wasn't on Enomoto's guide. Shit. Because I think they might all be different, but it's okay. I'm not using the guide, but I have it up just in case for moments like this where, like, what did I just say? Did I say support team or, oh, fuck, goddamn it. Support team. Okay, and I'm flipping back to my psychedelic guide so that I'm not tempted to look. But, like, I have my tablet, so I've got, like, all the guides up for all the games that we play, and then I have my, like, you know, voice actor page up. So, like, I just got a million fucking browser pages. But I switched back so I'm not looking at the tab that has this on there. Because I don't want to know the answers, but I want to have it just for instances like this where I'm like, shit, I don't know what I'm supposed to choose. Okay. Here we go. When I timidly knocked on the door and opened it, Tsuraishi was waiting for me, grinning. I don't like that you have to, like, it doesn't, like, tell you, and you're like, I'm just going to go random places, and I'm going to wander around, because I'm like, I forget who's where. Like, it looked like everyone else was out. I heard from Yanagi that you'll be working the April and May cases, so I figured you'd be swinging by at some point. Anyway, I doubt that Enomoto is putting any effort into his investigation. Even if you don't like me, you probably realize you basically had no choice. It's not that I don't like you. I wouldn't put it that way. No need to sugarcoat things. You were pretty blunt about your distrust of me. That's just because of the way you act and talk is not the most friendly. You said it. You are quite interesting. You should have become my partner instead of Shiraishi's. Instead of Enomoto's. You are Shiraishi. Dude. That's Tim fucking being an a-hole again. Now Tim's gotten his fucking shit up in here. God damn it, Tim. This one isn't that bad. I don't think it's not the God damn it, Tim! We'll get those later, trust me. This is still just Tim the Terrible Typist. But now we're seeing it. What did I just say in the part? Like, we haven't seen Tim. Oh, there he is. Oh, there you go, Tim. Put the donut down and type, Tim. Jesus. Anyway. And then Enomoto. Well, we couldn't become your partner, sweet cheeks. Not yet. They both have bizarre fashion sense, but Shiraishi's harder to deal with. So about the case, I like men with weird fashion sense, thank you. And his weirdness is just the fucking cat clips, so I ignored the partner issue and tried to steer the conversation back on topic. You want to know anything I can tell you? It's written all over your face. The thing is, this case just doesn't pique my interest. I don't think the problem is whether it's interesting or not. While I fought back the urge to ask for his input, Shiraishi picked up a tablet. The video from the April incident. I assume you've seen it already. Yes, but the police have thoroughly scrubbed the video from the internet, so it's hard to find anything now. Watching it spontaneously is profoundly different than studying it as part of an investigation. You might learn something new. With that, Shiraishi tapped the screen and replayed the April video. Do we get to watch it? In order to restore tainted Japan to health, the countdown to X Day will now begin. These people sinned while being sworn to judge evil themselves. Now we shall expose their sins of these four to the light. Tim, you're really testing my patience in this episode now, Jesus. Now we'll expose the sins of these four to the light of day. Unlawful searches, mistaken arrests, embezzlement, fabricating evidence, and excessive use of force. They trampled on others for their own profit, gain, even driving them to suicide. There are victims who have lost their sanity and even their lives as a result of these acts. I wonder who reads this. Yet, they made no attempt to atone for their sins and were allowed to continue. Can such actions ever be forgiven? I would really hope that they would just have a random person, like one of the random actors, like if you watch the videos, like, okay, we're going to have you voice this part with the voice changer. We're going to have you voice this. Because otherwise, right, if it was like, okay, character X is the bad person, right? Well, they're going to voice these lines. You could literally go through and turn just the voice acting on and like, play, okay, no, turn the voice act, no. Or go turn all the voice acting on play and go, okay, there's a voice. Turn each individual one off and on and just figure out who it is. Like, you could literally cheat to figure it out. So it would be better if these weren't voiced. They were like, no, we're not going to voice these ones just because it would be too obvious. Or like, what if you're really, like, obviously they'd probably be disguised, but what if you were really good at picking out voices and they didn't disguise the voice? You know what I mean? You'd be like, dude, that's so-and-so's voice. I got it. I'm not good with Japanese voice actors' voices to, like, know them. But, like, especially because they're usually really they could literally, one person could voice every single fucking character in this game, and it would sound fucking different because they're that fucking good. That's all I'm saying. But, anyway. Yet they made no attempt to atone for their sins and were allowed to continue. Can such actions ever be forgiven? I don't know the voice to give the criminal, so we're just reading it randomly, like, I don't know. Maybe it's a different person each time. We should just read it. Criminals such as these cannot be allowed to roam free. They must be judged. We should read it in a fucking Mickey Mouse voice. That'd be great. Our objective is simple. Purge the corruption from the land and make Shinjuku the site of its rebirth. If you're afraid, then leave this land. We will not be stopped. But know this, no matter where you are, you will be judged. There are no exceptions. We will resurrect truth in this world. No longer will only the weak be persecuted. Countdown to X Day 9. But it's really funny. They're counting it down to X Day, the 10th day, right? But that's 0. But 0 usually represents, like, sometimes when you're counting 1 through 9, like, then 10 instead of being 2 is 0. But you're counting backwards for this case. You're not starting down. You're not starting at number 1 and then you go to 10. X Day is 10, which, I mean, you're counting. So it's weird because I say, like, count down. You wouldn't start at 1 and then count up because that would be the count up, right? That would be stupid. You're counting down to the main event, but you're calling it X Day and it's 0. So either way, it'd be backwards and weird. So, like, do you think the writer sat there and were like, well, we should do it? Yeah, but that wouldn't be a countdown. It'd be a count up. Yeah, but now it's a countdown to X Day, which is actually day 0, which is, I mean, I guess that makes more sense, but it's still a little weird, you know? Sorry, coffee break. Anyway. Back in April, we hadn't understood what they meant by judgment, but in May it was made crystal clear. At first, the public responded positively to the video. It's easy to impugn the authorities for scandals. The masses love it when people in power get knocked down a peg. See? Authorities, a catch-all term for government officials, most commonly directed at those within the police. Well, yeah, because if you think about it, you're supposed to uphold justice and right and do right, like, know the difference between right and wrong and uphold those values and do all this shit. And you're the ones being corrupt and fucking shit up and like, well, we're gonna throw this guy in jail for crimes that I didn't know. Go fuck yourself. You're holding us to a higher standard than yourself, than you're doing yourself. That's bullshit. So you're gonna arrest someone for mugging an old lady and you're embezzling money, dude. I'm not saying that dude should have robbed an old lady, but I'm just saying that's like petty crime compared to the shit you're doing, you motherfuckers. Or like cops, well, we can get away with, like, fucking raping people or murdering people because, you should be held to a higher standard than normal people because you know, and you should know the laws. Your job is to uphold those laws. You should know them. And normal people, most of us know basic shit, right? Like, okay, I shouldn't kill someone because that would be bad. I shouldn't do this because that would be bad. But there are certain things that there's so many laws and rules and regulations. Nobody can remember every single one of them, right? And you're bound to do something that you're like, I did not, especially if you go to like a different country, right? Things are completely fucking different. And you're like, oh my God, I'm going to get arrested for just breathing wrong. Like, I mean, like, obviously there are things that are seen as rude in Japan that, like, here we do. Like, okay. Right? But what if that was, like, a jailable offense? You'd be like, what? Are you serious? Blowing my nose in public is a jailable offense? What the fuck? Like, obviously it's just like, the fuck is wrong with you? But, you know, you're a tourist. I'm sure they'll be like, stupid tourists don't know shit. Or they'd still just, know your shit. Like, you know what I mean? So, like, you can't know and even in the country you live in, I don't know every fucking single law. Like, there are times where you're like, okay, wait. You learn things in driver's ed, right? Because I think my mom and I were having this conversation. And it's like, there's certain things that you're like, well, wait. That is acceptable. This isn't acceptable. This you can do. This you can't do. Like, how many fucking times have you seen videos out there of people not stopping for a fucking school bus? Bitch, you learn that shit in driver's ed. Unless it's a divided highway, you motherfucking stop. Doesn't matter. And people just keep driving by like no big deal. You motherfucking stop. Like, you motherfucking stop for the bus. But so many people are like, why? Where's the bus dropping off kids? Oh my God. I don't have kids and I hate kids, but hello. Or like speed limits. Like, nobody obeys the fucking speed limit. Except for when I'm in a school zone. Then it's like, no, bitch, it's a school zone. I will actually, okay, I'm not doing 25. I'll do like 27. But like, I'm not doing 40 in a school zone. I'm like, nope. Because that speed limit might be 30 and I could be doing 40 and cops are like, we don't give a flying fuck. But in a school zone, they give a flying fuck. Also, dude, there could be kids all over the place. Like, I'm gonna be careful. I'm not running over someone's kid. I hate kids, but I'm not gonna run over someone's kid. I'm not a douche. Like, but so there's things and like, you're supposed to use your fucking blinkers. Nobody fucking, it's really sad that some cars don't come with them and you have to pay extra and you can't afford it because you had to get like, you know, the spinny rims on your car instead of blinkers. I'm being sarcastic, obviously, but like every time I see someone who doesn't, I'm like, oh my God, it's so sad that you bought that car and couldn't afford to get blinkers put in. Because that's just how I feel. Like, people are like, oh, well, that's an optional thing. So glad mine came standard in my car. So yes, I'm sarcastic and douchey when I do that. But like, nobody knows how to fucking use them, right? What if not using your blinker was a jailable offense? I bet people would use them. But I'm just saying, like, there are things that like, you're still supposed to use them, and you could probably get a ticket for not using them. I think you can, actually. But there's stupid laws. Like, by my sister now, you can't, in the your car's in your driveway. It's winter. You start your car, right? And you leave your keys in your car, and you go in your house. That's illegal. That's illegal. Because, I guess it's happened enough that people are like, oh, I can just hop in your car and steal your car, and then you're going to file an insurance claim, and they're like, well, that was stupid of you. But at the same time, you should be able to fucking leave your car in your fucking driveway without somebody fucking stealing it. You should be able to leave your fucking car in your driveway without someone breaking into it. But this is America, and everybody just does whatever the fuck they want. They have no respect for other people's property. But still, whatever. I'm sure it just happens other places too, but there are some places where it doesn't happen. But like, you can't do that. It's fucking illegal. Are you kidding? Who the fuck knows that? Well, we do now because I don't know my sister how she figured that out. But this is shit that happens. They put these laws into effect and they don't, and nobody knows. Because what if you don't read the newspaper or you don't have like, what I'm supposed to be like, hold on. Every morning I've got to look and see what are the laws that were added on the book. Like, how do you know what I mean? It's not like you have like a freaking chip somewhere in your brain's like, ding, oh, a new law was passed. Oh, okay, I gotta make sure I know that. Holy shit, you know what I mean? You only know when it all of a sudden comes up and you're like, oh. Plus, there are laws on the book still in some states that are so outdated and ridiculous, they could probably enforce. Like New Hampshire, it's illegal to paint your... Was it New Hampshire or Vermont? Whatever. One of those New England states, it's illegal to paint your horse. Who? First of all, why did that ever happen? From back in, like, way back when? But it's still there. Hello? So there's, like, too many fucking laws that nobody knows. So, normal people, us little peons out in the world, are not going to know everything. Cops can't fucking know every single law, but you should know the basic. You should be held to a higher standard than we are, okay? That's all I'm saying. So I can understand where people get pissed off, like, yeah, good. Cops shouldn't be allowed to get away with this shit, but they do. Government officials get away with shit. White people get away with shit that other people shouldn't. You know, other people wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? So, like, but when you're in the government and your job is to know these things or enforce these rules or be a leader, your standard should be higher than the rest of us. But you hold the pee on the poor masses on the bottom to a higher standard than yourselves. That's bullshit. There you go. That was my fucking soapbox. I'm gonna get off it now because we've wasted too much time in this game. We'll go a little bit long. We'll finish this part, but still. So I'm behind these people being like, they were like, pit. Yeah, because you're holding me to a higher standard than you, and you're the one who knows all the laws, you assholes. Authorities. A catch-all term for government officials must come in. Okay, we already read that. So the crimes of the people became a joke. The crimes of the police became a joke. Cops are scumbags was the public mood. But they all thought it was a joke. Nobody really looked past the surface. At best, some might have thought if that video is real, then they'll get their punishment. After the May incident, though, everything changed. Have you examined the video from that month? No. It was streamed widely, so there should still be copies on the internet. He should have that. She brought up that video on the tablet and showed it to me. Thank you for waiting, everybody. The time... I really do want to do the Mickey Mouse voice. Thank you for waiting, everybody. The time for judgment is at hand. And just make it sound like completely absurd where you're like, oh, and horrifying. It's more horrifying. Like, I can't. Okay, here's the thing. By the time you see this, I'll have recorded most of this path or whatever and probably started on the next one because this is like part, like, what, 7? But if you really want me to do this in a Mickey Mouse voice, I will start at the point where after this post, I'll do it. So you'll see it in like a week or so, or 2, but I will do a Mickey Mouse voice if that's what you guys want. I just don't want to like annoy the piss out of anybody with that voice. Oh, God. Anyway. Well, you know what? Let's do it for this video and see how it goes and see how annoying it is when you do it repeatedly. Okay. As we mentioned before, the people here are criminals. In order to cure Japan, such people must be exterminated. My neighbor's just like crazy. This makes it so much more fucking disturbing. Judgment has been passed as a preview of X Day. This is not the end. Henceforth, we will continue to mete out justice to aid our nation's rebirth. That was the only voice changer they could get. They're like, it's gonna have to work. Our name is Adonis. Hear me well, listeners. Make sure that you remember this name, okay? What's with the okay? That just ruins your cred. Like, to me, like, I'm just seriously like, make sure you remember this name, okay? That makes me think it's our brother. Like, come on, what are you, 16? Jesus, stop. May this world become a paradise. Countdown to X Day, 8. Yeah, that was 8. That was fun. We gotta find a better balance because that hurts a little bit. So, like, we gotta make it a sort of Mickey Mouse Monokuma voice just because. Anyway. It was still hard to believe that people's deaths had been broadcast live to the public in this way. Moreover, the perpetrator had talked like they felt no remorse, and like Mickey Mouse. When the public saw this, they decided that it was wrong and that killing was going too far. One body was left behind, along with bloodstains matching the other 3. They're still missing. It's the 3 in that agency, not count. Ah! We don't know who is missing, though. Well, no, we do know who's missing, but anyway. But they're hiding, and they're pretending, and they've actually killed the other 3 real, you know, Yanagi, Sasasuka, and Enomoto. That would be fucked up as shit. I don't know how we could date Yanagi after that. So that would be, to me, it would be Yanagi shouldn't be our last. It would have been like Shiraishi is the last, and then we'd figure it out, and then we're not dating any of them. That would have been fucking great too. It would have ripped my heart out, and I don't know if I would have been able to deal with it, but it's better than Toa. Okay? Let's not have a repeat of Toa. If you haven't watched 7 Scarlet, you don't. Just don't. It'll destroy you. Also, spoiler alert, but though it's been 7 months since then, so they might have been disposed of elsewhere by now. While Shiraishi spoke casually of such things, he was gazing into my eyes. I know he's so fucking pretty. I love him so much. So, what do you think when you watch the videos? What did you think? What I thought? killing is going too far. Their methods are wrong. Killing is going too far. But also I think killing is going too far, but in the broader sense, that's like the pinpoint at the end, right? That's the end of the tunnel. Like, killing's going too far. But if you back it up, you're like, their methods are kind of wrong. So if their methods were right, then we wouldn't have gotten to this point. So the killing is like the end point, right? Think of it as like a funnel cone, right? This is the bottom of the funnel. Killing is going too far. It's smaller. This is a broader, their methods are kind of wrong. They're both, I mean, I feel both, but I think I'm going with the broader methods are wrong, as opposed to the specific. Shh. Shiraishi placed an index finger on my mouth as I was about to voice my thoughts. Can we get a CG of that? Then his finger moved down until it landed on the collar. You've forgotten something critical. There's another person here. I immediately knew he wasn't talking about another person in the room, but he was trying not to talk about the collar directly. It's fine to ask questions in the police station, but when someone asks you for your opinion, pay close attention to how you answer. You might get killed, you know. Chilling words made me swallow hard, especially with that face. You might get killed. He sounds really excited about it. He's a little bit the stabby one. He hasn't tried to stab us, but I think he's okay if it happened. I've been thinking ever since I saw the criminal's letter that day. The person who wrote it called you one of our sympathizers and a woman with the potential to inherit our will. The criminal thinks of you as someone like them, but they still haven't accepted you. Shiraishi lightly tapped the collar, meaning this is an experiment, so to speak. An experiment? Yeah, like a test. The criminals prepared something to test your worth. And that's why if you express opposition to their brand of justice, you could end up getting hurt, or even killed for such a miscalculation. But that was a weird ding. Ding! Did I win a prize? Shiraishi gazed at me and walked away. Without realizing it, I'd started trembling. Choose your words with care, especially when you're asked questions like this one. Understand? Yes, I'll be more careful from now on. Shiraishi has a point. I've only been thinking about preventing people from knowing about the collar. The best way to change reckless behavior is to put someone through a simulation. So, do you think it worked? Yes. Good. I can tell the lesson stuck. Well, do your best not to die. Thank you very much. Do your best not to die. Concerned about how much he seemed to enjoy that, I left field support behind. Okay, this is a perfect place to stop, so sorry about all the rambling. That's what we do in these parts, but anyway. We're going to continue on at 5 p.m. after lunch. It's 5 p.m. But that's because after lunch, she went and answered phones till 5 p.m. God, that sucks. Anyway, we will wrap this part up here. I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.